Gattenby. I live in Kenai, Alaska. I was playing guitar before. People had saw me play guitar, and people would ask me, hey, can you teach me something? And I would try. I didn't have any format, didn't have any real background other than my own desire to play, and over the years acquiring what little knowledge that I had. The Elite Guitar Teachers Inner Circle taught me format. It taught me approach, whether it be a marketing approach or just an individual approach, talking to somebody about whether it's a lesson material type of question or making contacts with individuals to try to, it's a conversion thing, converting them to be a student and then converting the student to be able to take more classes with you. And being able to provide those individuals more than they expect, very similar to what Tom does. So I learned all those techniques from him. Our school, the Alaska Art and Music Project, is probably, I know it is, it's the 800-pound gorilla, guitar gorilla in my area. And everybody knows that's wanting to take lessons. If we don't give those lessons, they'll usually call to see where where they can get it. It's taught me how to be a focal point for people that are wanting solutions. In this case, it's musical solutions. The guitar teaching aspect, the fact that I can call Tom, and he records them so that everybody else has the benefit of, of hearing the answers that I ask, and I in turn can do the same thing, has been invaluable. Some people will ask a question I'd never thought of, and it was a problem that I had but never registered. I'm going like, wow, I can actually improve on something that I never thought of. A lot of people balk at how expensive it is. I've brought that up to a fellow guitar player that's not involved in any type of schooling other than what he finds on the internet for free, and he's seen the rapid increase of how things, when we've implemented things and how things have come about, and he asks, well, how much are you paying for this, or how much are you paying for that? Well, it's not cheap, but it's not really super expensive. It's like, would you rather have 0% of nothing, or would you rather have 70% of a lot? And when you look at it at that prospect, it's well worth the money and the time, because there's time that's involved. So, yeah. And my wife appreciates it because I'm home more. And I'm doing better than I was last year. So last year, when you asked me these questions last year, I said, man, I'm poor. I'm not doing the greatest, but I am covering all my bills now. I know a lot of people that are laid off right now. My business continues to grow. While I've been here, I've had people contact me for lessons. So it's growing even though I'm not there. I mean, hello. Where can I find a job like that? And I say, it's not at McDonald's. So, in for a penny, in for a pound. If I'm going to do something, I'm a big risk taker. I figured if I'm going to do something with music, I'm not the youngest guy in the world. I really don't have a lot of time to be screwing around. I've seen what has happened to individuals that have applied themselves in the Music Careers Mentoring Program. And when I joined, the Elite Guitar Teachers Inner Circle just started, and I was excited to be a part of that. The only problem is there was a lot to do because I was doing both at the same time. That's the trick. It takes time. You got to stick with it. You got to stick with it. I didn't know that when I first started. I know that now, and I'm glad that I have. I'm glad that Tom has kicked me in the ass and has kept me going, And not so much because, like say, hey, Tom, I'm quitting, I don't have enough money, but Tom says, if you do what I ask you to do, you will. And even though times have been tight, I decided, okay, all right, let's make it happen. And it has. a wealth of knowledge that I can just log onto the internet and download at any time when I have a specific question. I know the individuals that have had one-to-one calls. I realize what their positions are, and if I have a question, I'm going like, Trevor Darbandy's doing this. I wonder how he handled that, and then I go and I review the lesson. There's other materials that Tom has put out, whether it comes for scheduling, implementation things, Craigslist ads, YouTube videos, how to be able to leverage one contact with another and just make yourself known. Yeah, lots of stuff. Better guitar teacher, better guitar player. Overall, a lot more happy with myself. It's scary because it's the first time in my life I've been like in control. Normally, I've always had to find somebody else to pay me, give me a paycheck, and there was a sense of security in that, and that's a hard thing to break. That mindset, hey, I no longer, just go and see money automatically come into my bank account because I show up at a job that I really hate for 40 hours or more a week. Now I can actually see the fruits of my labors, especially just a short story. I had a young girl, was a guitar player, never sang in her life, didn't want to learn how to sing because she was afraid to sing. It took her a while, but in 3 months I had her singing, and she had a wonderful voice. She broke down crying the first time. She actually hurt herself, and that was worth it. That made an emotional impact, with me. I'm going like, I'm doing something. I'm giving back. I'm not just playing at some club. I'm not just posting some video on YouTube to show that I can shred better than anybody else. I'm helping the next generation. So, what kind of price tag are you gonna put on that? None that I know of.